Hello everybody, welcome to WhiteRiver Park for round 4 of the Motorsport Ireland National Karting Championships. We'll be live for the pre-finals and the finals today, towards the end of the running, and we're a little bit behind due to a bit of bad weather and a few little hiccups just at the start of the day. Racing should be starting here on track in the next 10 minutes. It's going to be the Bambinos. Racing today we've Danny Dempsey, Alyssa Johnson, Ida O'Brien, Ethan Dalton and Christian Colby. And when they start getting the grid underway, we will be back. Okay, so engines are started. The Bambinos do a standing start on the grid. Everyone else today is going to be doing a rolling start. This is the pre-final, so pretty much all the classes get a pre-final, apart from the clubman classes, the Rotax seniors and the Tillotons. So be getting underway here fairly soon. get me the other table in there, and I'll just swap over. For fuck's sake. Huh? Yeah, video that. Okay, what the fuck's going on? I'll be back in a minute. You just focus on that. I have, yeah. I'll see myself. What's up? It should be fine. Well, your blueprint sign's 100% focus. And we are back again. So this time we have the cadets. So their pre-final 9-lap race. We have Tyg Buckley on pole, Daniel Kelleher second, Luke Agnew third, Chad Leman fourth, Scott Riley fifth, Keith Grant sixth. So coming up for the rolling start. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, and away we go into turn one. Oh, card off up the inside. Will he get collected? No, he won't. I think that was... It looks like one of the Buckleys. Hit me 1 second there, so... It looks like it's Tyg Buckley that we've lost. Unfortunate for him, as he started on pole. We've got, by the looks of things, it's Daniel Kelleher out in front. Number one, which is Daniel Kelleher in front from Chad Leman. Number 99 of Jack McLaughlin in third. 59 of Keith Grant in fourth. It's going to be interesting to see how Tyg Buckley fights his way back up through the field. Still Daniel Kelleher in front from Chad Leman, Jack McLaughlin. I see Luke Agnew in fifth position there. Still Daniel Kelleher in front as he comes into the final section of the circuit here. Chad Leman second, Jack McLaughlin. Of course, Jack is a rookie, holding third position. Got number 31 and 22 battling, so that is Jason Park and TJ Taft battling for fifth position. See where Ty has made his way back to. Of course, after going down the inside on the grass through turn 1. There he is there, kart number 5. Catch him back up through the field as he goes through the swoop. Got a yellow flag. We have one of the Norris Carey Motorsport drivers, I think, off at the final turn, but the kart has been cleared. Green flags being waved. We have a change of position in the podium. Looks like Grant has made his way back through. That's Keith Grant. Up onto the podium, Jack McLaughlin down into 4th. And Luke Agnew right on his tail. TJ Taft still in a battle with not quite sure who it is now. So Daniel Kelleher still out front. Chad Leman second. Keith Grant third. Jack McLaughlin fourth. Luke Agnew fifth. TJ Taft sixth. Got a change of position there. Number 36, Evan Johnson has moved up, followed by number 31, Jason Park. A few battles going on throughout the grid. Daniel Kelleher continues to stretch his legs out in first position. He's got a good run on Chad Leman now, who also has a good run on Keith Grant, but Keith could pull this group of 3 up into a battle for the podium positions. He does seem to be a bit closer this lap to Chad. 3 karts nose to tail heading down the main straight. Still no change to the position in that battle for third. Oh, and just as I say that, Luke Agnew is up. We've missed it on the camera, but Luke is up into 4th position and takes off after Keith Grant around the outside of a lapped kart. Daniel Kelleher still first. That little bit of a scrap is letting Chad Leman get a little bit more of a gap this lap. Have to think of the 2 drivers. Oh, Luke's going to throw it up the inside. Is he going to make it into turn 1? No, not quite. So Luke looking again. This is where he made the move. He's making another one. He's up the inside of Keith Grant and into the podium positions. And now he's off after Chad. It'll be interesting now to see what happens if Luke can catch up to Chad. Good mates off the track, but all's fair in love and war on the track.
Daniel Kelleher continuing to lead. Luke isn't getting away from Keith. Jack McLaughlin has a little look up the inside, but no luck yet. Now here we go, Luke's got a bit of a run there now. As you were out in front, Daniel Kelleher still class of the field in this particular race. This is the pre-final, of course. One more race to go for these drivers, aged 8 to 12. Have a look at some of the battles going down the field. So, find my leading pack, there they are. So, right, so we still have TJ Taft. Oh, there's Ty Buckley now, right on the back of TJ Taft. So he's really made up a lot of positions after those opening few laps. And Ty Buckley throws it up the inside of TJ Taft, and TJ Taft comes back at him. Go again. No luck there. Come through the last corner. Let's see who will win the drag race to turn 1. TJ has Evan. Oh, and that's it. Sorry, I missed that. That's the checkered flag. So that's the race over. So we had Daniel Kelleher first, Chad Laman second. We had Luke Agnew third, Keith Grant fourth, Jack McLaughlin fifth. TJ Taft just staying ahead of Ty Buckley for 6th. And next up is the X30 Juniors.
So a bit of a stoppage here. We're just waiting on a cart to be cleared from the exit of turn 1. Not quite sure who that is. Very colourful race suit though. Should just be a few minutes and we'll then have the X30 juniors out onto the track. So these are teenage racers going for their spot in the world finals. The results of the national championship decide who gets their spot, gets their ticket to race in Le Mans at the X30 Miami World Finals. Let's see who we have here. Alright, so X30 Juniors is going to be Jack Dillon on pole, Jack Buckley second, Sean Hogan third, Michael Gray fourth, Alex O'Grady fifth, Colin Cronin sixth, James Wood seventh, Kyle Drury eighth, Daya ninth, Holly Dunyan 10th, Ellen Donnelly 11th, Dylan McDermott 11th, Ellen Donnelly 12th, Dara McEnroe 13th, Danny O'Brien 14th, Shane Morris 15th, Emer Carey 16th, Carter Mooney 17th, Amira Brule 18th, Conor Grant 19th, Gavin O'Dwyer 20th. We will have Ryan Dunn 21st, Craig Holland 22nd, Cody Kyo 23rd, CJ Bennett 24th, Nadine Kavanagh 25th, Ronan Hennessy 26th, Kieran Crowley 27th, and Gemma Barrett 28th. So 28 drivers on this grid.
And away we go. So, out for the X30s. Going out for their formation lap. Okay, so 2 by 2 we go. Drivers making their way around the last few corners, which they all have to form up. It's a rolling start. Who's going to make it first into turn 1? Will it be Jack Dillon, Jack Buckley, Sean Hogan from the second row, Michael Gray, our world champion Alex O'Grady? Oh, and we're off before the start. That's a go around. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but we have a very badly damaged axle on the back of cart number 70. Cart number 70 being Amira Brule, and it looked like one of the Careys that was involved in that. I think it was cart, not quite sure what cart it was. It could have been cart number 66, Emer Carey. But that's the
the end of the race for kart number 70, Amira Brule. Before it even started. So we're going again. Another formation lap. That race start was aborted. We'll see again here now who's going to be the one to make it into turn 1 first. Karts bunching up again. We haven't lost any of the leaders. Looks like, I think it was Emer, has gotten back into position. Ready to go again. Here we go, will we get the green flag? This time we do. Jack Dillon holds first position through turn 1. 27 karts cleanly through turn 1 now. As a kart gets thrown up the inside. Is that the other Jack? It's kart number 11. It's Sean Hogan from 3rd on the grid up into 1st. Who's going to come out in 1st after the back straight? It looks like Sean Hogan is getting a bit of a run. Looks like possibly one of the OHR karts up into 2nd position, but I could be wrong on that one. I am, as kart number 20 throws it up the inside. Jack Buckley off kart number 23. Jack Dillon. Still Sean Hogan out in front. Jack Buckley 2nd. And we have another incident. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Driver getting up out of their cart, trying to manhandle themselves back onto the black bit. As Sean Hogan continues to lead from Jack Buckley and Jack Dillon. Have Michael Gray in 4th position. That could be Alex O'Grady or Colin Cronin behind them, as we have 2 drivers off on the back of the circuit after the back straight. One of them looks to be Holly Dunyan, who is now caught by Shane Hogan. Another kart in the mix of that being lapped. This could get messy. It is Alex O'Grady, who was in 3rd position, but it's very close heading into the 2nd corner. Jack Dillon and Michael Gray in the mix of it as well. Kart number 21 too of Andrea Dabja. Kart number 14 is the one that got into trouble earlier, ended up spinning out. That was Ellen Donnelly. Sean Hogan keeping the gap over Jack Buckley. Alex O'Grady in 3rd. Jack Dillon 4th. Holly Dunyan, after her off, coming to be lapped by one of the Careys. Emer Carey. So she's definitely recovered from the incident on the first aborted start. Sean Hogan continues to lead.
like Jack Buckley is being caught a bit by Alex O'Grady behind him. But catching is one thing, passing is another. Jack Dillon, Michael Gray and Andrea Dodgy having a serious battle. Terribly sorry if I'm getting pronunciations wrong on that one. I see Shane Morris here and kart number 18 of Ronan Hennessy having a bit of a tussle. Anyone else having a battle down through the field? Seems to be the big battle we want to watch now is the battle for fourth position. Jack Dillon, Michael Gray and someone being given a caution flag there. I missed who it was. See now, no last lap boards coming up yet. Sean Hogan now starting to come up on quite a lot of traffic. So, depending on how quickly he gets through these few drivers, he could have some company from behind him for the win very soon. Jack Buckley and Alex O'Grady still very much there. Looks like Sean has made his way through most of the lap traffic here, as Ty Buckley is having all sorts of problems, 3 wide through the final corner. Kart number 29. Kart number 29 causing all sorts of bother there. Could be some bumper penalties now because of that. To be unfortunate, because I don't think it was the fault of the overtaking kart. You're given blue flags, you are supposed to move out of the way. Sean Hogan just continues his progress from Alex O'Grady in second position now after that messy few final corners. Michael Gray now fourth. Still no final lap board. Nice wee tussle going on there with I'm not sure if they're all on the same lap, but we have CJ Bennett. I see Kyle Drury in there as well. I think CJ might be a lap down, I'm not sure. Only just in his first year of karting. Sean Hogan being shown the final lap board. Alex O'Grady and Jack Buckley, nose to tail, passing a lap of karts through turn 1, turns 2 and 3. Still quite close, could be anyone's game for second position here. Will it be Alex O'Grady, or will Jack Buckley be able to get the job done? He doesn't have much time left now. I don't think he's close enough. I don't think Jack's close enough through the last corner. No, that's it. So that is a win for Sean Hogan. Second for Alex O'Grady. Third for Jack Buckley. Fourth for Michael Gray. Fifth for Andrea. Jack Dillon, I think, home in fifth, or sixth rather. You can find all the results for these races on timing.ie. Click into live timing, you'll see the current race. Click into results and you'll get all the results for the previous races and the up and coming grids for the heats. Next race up is another pre-final, but it's one of the big ones. It's the Senior X30s. These are the drivers racing for the senior drivers racing for the outright national championship. Right, so in the Senior X30s now, grids looks like this. We have John Norris starting on pole, TJ McDonald beside him, Shane Daly third, Sam McDonald fourth, Robert Cronin fifth, Derek Wilson sixth, Shane O'Leary seventh, Michael Boland eighth, Oran England ninth, Ben McDowell 10th, Richie Faulkner 11th, Mark Dempsey 12th, Alex Colby 13th, Adam Fitzgerald 14th, Paddy Walsh 15th, Shane Crosby 16th, Matthew Boland 17th, and Cathal Boland in 18th. Just waiting for a kart to be cleared again, I think, off the circuit, and we'll be back then with this race.
Okay, driver's just been given the start your engines command. Or not. Somebody's getting a bit of his scalding.
Alright, and away we go on the formation lap. I'm sure the microphone doesn't do it justice, but these things, when they come past you in a pack, it is pure class. The volume is insane. So these are the most powerful, fastest karts we have out on track today. Miami X30 Seniors. As I said, it's John Norris leading them away from pole for their pre-final. TJ McDonald in second. It's going to be Shane Daly third, Sam McDonald fourth, Robert Cronin fifth, Derek Wilson sixth, 2x2.
Okay, so into the last few corners around the track. We have John Norris and TJ McDonald ready to have a battle. Norris Carey Racing versus T-Sport, and what a start for TJ McDonald. John Norris seemed to get bogged down a bit there. TJ is out into the lead in front of, oh, we have a crash going down through. Kart off. And TJ McDonald continues to lead. Looks like before that incident at turn 2, it was Sam McDonald, I think, that got up into second place, but I could be wrong there. It's two T-Sport karts out in front anyway, followed by a Norris Carey Motorsport machine. So it is kart 55 in second, that is Sam McDonald in second. It's John Norris in third position, kart number 41 of Shane Daly. Then in fourth, try and see who that is in fifth position. Kart number 7 in fifth position, so that's Robert Cronin in fifth. Kart that went off there was kart number 58. I don't have a 58, so it mustn't be. Maybe it's 68. Nope, don't have that either. Right, well, not quite sure who went off, but we keep going. So we have a move. John Norris back up the inside of TJ McDonald. So we have a change for the lead. Sam McDonald, car number 55 out in front. So Sam has a bit of a gap here now over John Norris with looks like Shane Daly up into third position. TJ McDonald in fourth now after finishing lap 1 in first. Sam McDonald still out in front. Looks like John Norris could be catching a little bit. Shane Daly, TJ McDonald and Robert Cronin, the top 5 at the moment. All very, very close the whole way through the field. Derek Wilson in 6th. One of the Masters drivers. See how the positions are lower down the field. So
Oren Henry Racing drivers, kart number 72 there, Oren England. I think he's in 7th position. Oh, make that 6th. We've got Alex Colby making a move up through the field as well. Sam McDonald continues to lead the pre-final here. The last of our pre-finals. I believe the next race is the Road Packs final. Karts through the swoop. Very close together this race. Through the whole field, not much of a spread. As you were at the front. The big battle coming through the last corner now, too wide. Everyone's pretty safely up. Positions are changing. Still Sam McDonald from John Norris and Shane Daly, TJ McDonald and Oren England now right on his back, so Oren is making good progress up through, not hurting himself, trying to get a good position for the final. Of course the pre-final decides the grid for the final, as Oren is now right on the back of TJ. T-Sport versus Oren Henry Racing. Will there be a move into turn 1? There will. Oren England up into the podium. Sorry, he's not up into 4th position. Time to set about catching the Daily Motorsport machine of Shane Daly, ex-British champion. Oren's one of the younger drivers coming up through the field, out of junior X30 into senior X30. Try to see where he started. He started 9th, so good race from him. Better race from Sam McDonald, 4th to 1st. Like some of the bowling. Number 35. Michael Boland in a bit of a battle with Richie Faulkner. Out onto the international section we go again, as you were at the front. No sign of a last lap board yet, so we've a few more to go. Sam McDonald still out in front. TJ McDonald has some company now from, I think that's another Oren Henry racing machine behind him, but I'm not quite sure who it is. That is who is it now we have? So it is kart number 74, so that is Paddy Walsh. Right on the back of TJ McDonald, with Robert Cronin following quickly behind. Michael Boland and Richie Faulkner still in the battle with one of the other Daily Motorsport machines. Looks like Shane Crosby catching back up after a nightmare in the heats. His chain jumped off his kart in the first heat. Made some good progress back up through the field. That won't be hurting him for his grid position for the final either. or in England, throws it up the inside of John Norris and is now up into the podium positions. He's going to be doing well to catch Shane Daly in front of him. Oh, Sam McDonald off into the barriers. Kart 74 and Sam McDonald. So 74 was Paddy Walsh and Sam McDonald coming together down into turn 5 and heading straight to the scene of the accident. Both drivers okay. Both drivers still running, although that will be unfortunately TJ McDonald, all the way from first on the grid to last car still running. No last lap board being shown yet. Now, last lap. Leader rounds the final turn. Sam McDonald in first. Shane Daly second. Or in England third. Robert Cronin fourth. John Norris appears to have disappeared. Must have had some sort of issue. As kart number 7 of Robert Cronin heads out onto the International, followed by Michael Boland, Richie Faulkner. Some big position changes in this one. So we have Sam McDonald rounding the final corner, taking the win. Kart number 41 of Shane Daly second, or in England third. Kart number 7 of Robert Cronin fourth, Michael Boland fifth, Richie Faulkner sixth, and Shane O'Leary seventh. I think Shane Crosby was 8th. Of course, all these results are provisional. I don't know if anyone has got a bumper penalty. You get a time penalty if you are a naughty boy and ram into the back of somebody.
Okay, and I'm back now. I've lost my cameraman for 2 minutes, so hopefully he will be back before the next race. This is the first of our finals, so it's the senior Rotax Max karts, 125s. And I get my list here of drivers for this race. Have them now. So, on pole position, no bias here, one of our track marshals, Sean Purcell, here at WhiteRiver. Second place is Sean Spratt. Third is Darren Cooney. Fourth is Kaylee Cole. Fifth, Lewis Duff. Sixth, James Gilliand. Seventh, Thomas McCann. Eighth, Reuben Byrne. Ninth, Peter Dunn. 10th, Jonathan Davey. 11th, Anthony O'Connell. 12th, Michael Wilson. 13th, Aidan Hennessy. 14th, Shane Fay. 15th, Kieran Sally. 16th, Robert Wallace. 17th, Jared Daly, after being caught out on slicks earlier in the day on a wet track. And 18th is Michael Halley. So just waiting for the track to be cleared, given the all go ahead, and we'll get this race underway. seem to have a bit of a delay here just at the start of the road tax final. Some of the officials having a bit of a discussion. Not sure what about, but as soon as the racing gets going, we'll be back. Looks like we have a bit of movement on the grid now. So no sign of karts starting their warm-up lap though. Okay, here we go. So, driver's about to be given the start your engines command. There we go. Nearly ready to go. So as I said, we have Sean Purcell now on pole position, Sean Spratt in second, Darren Cooney in third, Kaylee Cole fourth, Lewis Duff fifth, James Gillian sixth. That's the top drivers for this race. This is the first final. This is for the trophy at the end of the day. Kart's going fairly quick to get the heat into the tyres. They'll all let back off the throttle coming onto the back straight. Sean Purcell will set the pace. We'll come through a crawl through the last two corners, and then it's going to be all go. May the best man or woman win. Right, so the two Seans at the front. Will it be two Seans at the front, or will there be any Seans left come turn one? Let's find out. Looks like we're going to go for a start. Green flag, away we go. Sean Purcell gets jumped going into turn one. Sean Spratt into the lead. Kaylee Cole up into third. And kart number 22 of Darren Cooney in fourth. Sean Spratt, Sean Purcell, Kaylee Cole. You wouldn't fit a piece of paper between them at the moment. Heading out onto the back straight. Nobody has a look. This is going to be a good one. Sean Spratt still in front. Is anyone going to throw it up the inside? No. But Sean Purcell does into the second to last corner. Gets a bit wild. This is going to be messy into turn one. Yellow flag being shown. No overtaking down into turn two or turn three. Green flag then. Track is live. Still as you were. It's Sean Spratt, Sean Purcell, Kaylee Cole and Darren Cooney, top four. They head out into the countryside and the sun starts to come out. We're starting to see some blue skies on the horizon. Makes a big change from this morning. Getting wet. Sean Purcell is pushing Sean Spratt through the corners now, nose to tail, as Darren Cooney throws it up the inside of Kaylee Cole. It's nearly three wide. Oh, and they're off. Tails Cole over the top of Darren Cooney. Both drivers okay. Darren Cooney is frantically trying to get his kart moved back. That was a bit messy. So what's going on at the front now again though? We've missed. It's still Sean Spratt in front of Sean Purcell. Looks like we have some damaged karts. A very annoyed Darren Cooney punching the steering wheel going down the main straight, but look, that's motorsport. Can't win them all. So back to the battle at the front. Sean Spratt, Sean Purcell. Sean Purcell throws it up the inside. Sean Spratt has the inside for the next corner though. And it's 3-4 wide. Oh, this is incredible racing. Sean Purcell dropped back down to third behind one of the Gillians as they push Gillian, push them down the main straight. Sean Spratt in the lead. He almost wasn't for a second. There was a bit of contact. 4 wide at one point. The action has waited until the finals to really come to us. So we've Sean Spratt, Sean Purcell in second, and then we have James Gillian in sixth, his first year up in the seniors after moving to the Rotax juniors last year. It's anyone's race. There's 5 karts there at the front that are nose to tail. Will Sean Purcell look up the inside again, coming down off the international section? He will, but he can't get there this time. As James Gillian absolutely sends it. But
but Sean sends it back again. He can't do it. Sean Spratt followed by James Gillian now for the battle for the win. That little bit of battling there has cost Sean Purcell, but there's more battling going on now. Few love taps going through turn 4. Oh, another big one. That wasn't great racecraft there. Now I'm not sure what happened, but of course the barrier system's doing their job. The safeguard or the motorcycle spec TT style barriers. There's damage there to the cart of Sean Spratt. He won't be going any further. It's Sean Purcell in the lead now, but I'm not even sure who made contact there. This is one hell of a race. So we now have Sean Purcell in the lead from kart 9. Kart 9 being, I'm not sure who that is, maybe it's 99, Lewis Duff. I think it's 99, Lewis Duff. Sean Purcell in the lead. Then it's kart number 23. Kart number 23 is not on the grid. It must be, who is this now? Kart number 23. Sorry, I've missed that. So we will go back and see who's out front. So we still have Sean Purcell out in front now. It is kart 99. Yeah, kart 99 of Lewis Duff in second. Kart 23. I don't have a 23 on my list here. 23, Ruben Byrne, that's who it is. Got it from the grid. So we've got a few drivers out of this one. Bit of a jumbled up grid. Kart number 42 is Anthony O'Connell, all the way from 11th on the grid up to 4th. That's how mad this race has been. Going to see what happened here. Oh, more contact behind Sean. And contact between Ruben Byrne and Lewis Duff, but only a bit of a love tap. As James Gillian has dropped well back. I'm not sure who was involved in that incident there that has caused Sean Spratt to end his final, but I think it could have been it could have been James, because he is out of position now. Quite a lot of action going on in this race now, but not for first position anymore, as Sean Purcell begins to stretch his lead. We have a warning flag. I'm not sure if it's a warning flag or a black flag. It's like car number 84. Car number 84 being given the black flag. That is the cart of James Gillian. So it must have been them who got. It must have been him who caused that incident with John Spratt. What a race! Sean Purcell out in front still, Lewis Duff second, Anthony O'Connell up into third position after starting on the grid in 11th. 23 then off Ruben Byrne, down into 4th. Sean Purcell still out in front. Big battle for second. visited by a swallow up here with some sort of insect in its mouth looking at me. Not that that's anything to do with the racing. Sean Purcell's still out front. Anthony O'Connell and Lewis Duff battling it out. Will Anthony get up into second position after this? All sorts of action in this race. Kart number 84 still being given the black flag. That is James Gillian. Sean Purcell getting a bit of a run now because of the battling going on behind him. He was the man that really benefited from that incident at the front. Well, when I say that incident at the front, one of those incidents at the front. This one's been incident filled. So Anthony O'Connell having a look again at the inside of Lewis Duff, but he just can't find a way through. We're starting on the last lap now. It is Sean's to lose, Sean Purcell's to lose. Lewis Duff still second, Anthony O'Connell still third, with Ruben Byrne looking up his inside. Who's that now at the end of that queue? I definitely should have been mentioning them during the race. Kart number 56. 56, Thomas McCann. At the end of that little group battling for second position. And the sun is out now as Sean Purcell comes to the last few corners. Exits the international section going for the win, but we have a battle here in second position. Lewis Duff. Anthony O'Connell throws it up the inside. Contact. Lewis Duff gets thrown out. And Anthony O'Connell gets taken. Ruben Byrne up into second position. And kart number 56 of Thomas McCann, the last kart that finishes on the podium. Well, that was just action from beginning to end. Not all the sort of action you'd like to see, but that was an interesting one. Sure, there's going to be a bit of a gap here. We're going to have to fill some time, so bear with us. I'm going to stick the out mute button on again, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry, I'm wrong here. I don't know where I got this from. I was sure I seen the last lap board out, but I'm totally wrong. So, still one more lap to go. Sean Purcell out in front after overtaking, looks like a lapped kart. No, I'm wrong. The gap is really close there to Sean. Maybe he was as confused as I am. So, onto the back straight. Still Sean Purcell now from Ruben Byrne with Thomas McCann behind him. Anthony O'Connell in fourth. Checkered flag being readied. And Sean Purcell rounds the final corner. And that's it. Okay, now I'm going to take a few minutes break and we'll be back with the next race. It's going to be the Hillton T4 final. Definitely some big names in this one, as we have Red Bull Pro Drifter Connor Shanahan starting in second position, Evan Stapleton starting in first, Connor, as I said, in second, Clayton Pratt in third, Calvin Pratt in fourth, Chris Dermody in fifth, David O'Dowd in sixth, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the start of that race. Okay, so Tillotson T4 is up next. We're going to have a bit of a guest commentator here, Simon Byford. He'll be practicing for the Tillotson World Finals. That's our next big event here at the track. Drivers from all across the world qualifying for a seat in for the World Cup. Anyway, I'll hand you over here. Away you go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As was said, my name is Simon Byford. I am going to be your commentator for this race, the Tillotson T4 Finals, here today at the same venue where the Tillotson Racing T4 World Cup will be taking place in just over a month's time. We're waiting for the drivers to head out on track currently, all just waiting in the pit lane patiently for the order to proceed onto the track. I think now would be a good time to give you the grid. So on pole we have Evan Stapleton, in second is Connor Shanahan, third is Clayton Pratt, and fourth is Calvin Pratt. Fifth is Chris Dermody, and sixth is David O'Dowd. Seven is Cullen Mullany, and 8 is Dean Power. P9 is Roisin Sweeney, and then rounding out the top 10 we have Ryan Nally. 15 drivers on the grid today, 8 rows of karts, and we are ready to go racing in any minute. Obviously, cars still not out on track yet, so they're presumably having some kind of an issue. I can see a kart potentially being looked at by some of the Tillotson mechanics on my left, just underneath the balcony. Now, difficult to see what's going on there. I'm not sure who that is. It might be Roisin Sweeney, but I can't confirm that just yet. But clear to see that the mechanics there taking a look at the kart, and well, hopefully we will have a full grid of the 15 runners for this race, and that we won't be dropped down to 14. Now, this could prove interesting because everyone does have their engines running and is obviously going to be burning through fuel. Now that shouldn't prove to be too much of an issue because obviously these karts don't consume that much fuel. But the kart seems to have got running now. It is the 15 car, and that is Calvin Pratt, in fact. So it's Calvin Pratt who was having a slight issue there, and well, he seems to be all right now. And it seems like the drivers are being ordered to turn the engines off, or am I misreading? No, they are being ordered to turn the engines off. You can see there the Tillotson mechanic waving his arms to say no, turn everything off, we're not going racing as of yet. So I will come back to you when I have a bit more information, but until then it looks like we are not going to have any racing so far for the Tillotson T4 class. Welcome back, folks, to the Turkson T4 class racing here at WhiteRiver Karting Centre. The drivers have all started their engines once again. It seemed to be a barrier getting moved which was causing the delay, but the drivers all head out on track now, and we will be getting racing underway in a few moments' time. A reminder of the top 10 once again. We have Evan Stapleton, Connor Shanahan, Clayton Pratt, Calvin Pratt, and then in P5 Chris Dermody, David O'Dowd, Cullum Munnelly, and then Dean Power in 8th. Roisin Sweeney in P9, and then Ryan Nally rounds out the top 10 as they come through turn 4 or 5, I think that is, the left-right chicane, which is a very difficult corner to get right. We've been seeing a lot of different lines through that corner today, especially for the second apex, because it is an off-camber corner. It's a very good question as to how quickly you can go through that corner and where do you hit the apex of that right-hander. The karts all proceed round the back of the circuit now, along the back straight, all in formation, getting ready for the race start. If it is a false start, which it doesn't look like it's going to be, then they would all be waved around, but they're all in formation, and it looks like everyone is good to go, weaving to try and get that little bit more warmth in the tyres. These things do matter in karting, and as they round the final 2 corners, we will be getting underway with green flag racing for the I'm not sure how long the race is, to be honest, but anyways, we go green flag racing here at WhiteRiver Karting Centre, and everyone seems to have got away well there up into turn 1. Is there going to be any contact? No, there's not. Everyone filing through nice and easily. A few overtakes going on in the midfield. The leaders managed to, actually no, the leader's been passed, and Connor Shanahan, I think that is, has taken the lead. Yes, he has. Through, that must have been turns 1 and 2, he's managed to take the lead there, and well, fair play to him. It's an opportunistic move trying to go round the outside there. He had the outside line, so that's a fantastic manoeuvre as they file through the two quick right-handers, excuse me, at the bottom of the circuit. And it is line astern. No contact as of yet that we know of. Obviously the last race was full of action from start to finish with lots and lots of contact. Oh, look at this, a move for P2. That's absolutely fantastic from Calvin Pratt, I think that is. He's maintained the position, but is he going to get the cut back? The number 55 of Evan Stapleton, I don't think he is, into turn 1. He's not going to be able to get the position back as they all finish the first lap. No action as of yet when it comes to contact, which is great to see. Obviously the T4 series incredibly affordable as a form of motor racing, but still contact is contact, and contact costs money as someone's going down the inside through the left-hander there in the yellow and green helmet. I'm not entirely sure who that is, but I will do my best to see the number and the name as they come across the line. There's a battle, I think that's P2 and P3 going at it again. Oh goodness me, I think that's one of the Pratts has dropped down to P4 from P2 there, and Evan Stapleton has managed to get back up into P2. He's going to be chasing after the lead that he lost, and there's a big kerfuffle there in the midfield in the fringes of the top 10. There's some tyre squealing going on, and well, this is immensely close racing, folks. I'm sure you can see that. It's absolutely fantastic. They're going about 3 wide down into turn 1. Oh, this is just fantastic stuff here in WhiteRiver Karting Centre. This is absolutely remarkable. We can see Connor Shanahan as there's a bit more tyre squealing going on there, but that doesn't look to have caused too many issues. Connor Shanahan is just trying to pull a gap. He's got probably maybe a second gap over Evan Stapleton in the number 55 with a silver helmet, and well, I mean, if he can maintain that gap, then he's going to be doing well, because Stapleton is a very, very quick karting driver. And as they come through the third last corner, there's still no action, but there's a little bit of a kerfuffle going down there. I think that's possibly Calvin Pratt who's been demoted. No, it's not. It is I'll have to apologise, folks. I have absolutely no clue who that was in the red kart who seems to be getting into a bit of a scrap there, but it's literally line astern coming through 2 and 3 with probably about 6 karts, and that's absolutely fantastic racing. We've seen that all day today, especially in the dry conditions. There's just so much close racing going on. I'm not sure how much you can hear me over the revving of the other karts who are in the starting area, but hopefully I am still intelligible to you all, as everyone's just settling into a rhythm now. Not a whole lot going on, but that looks to be a move for position maybe 6 or 7 as they're coming through the 4th final corner. Look at this now, 6 cars literally line astern, and there's a pass there. I'm not sure who that was. It was the 29 of, give me a second, the 29 of, I literally haven't a clue who it was. Ryan Nally making up positions there through the final few corners. As I take a sip of my water, and nothing's really changed at the front between Evan Stapleton and Connor Shanahan. They're still kind of maintaining their gap. It's really on the fringes of the top 10 that we're seeing the most battling, like in many forms of motorsport. That's the most competitive because, well, to be quite fair, the drivers, they're making a few mistakes, which is allowing each of the other drivers to catch up to them. That's creating some good battling, whereas the front runners are all being very consistent, as we're seeing some fierce chasing going on for that's P5 there in the red kart. Oh, look at this fierce defending from the 51 coming down the start finish straight, as everyone still filing their way through. There's not a whole lot of overtaking going on, but we can see those 3 cars coming through turn 2 now, and now 3. There's 2 groups of 3. It's the 3 wise men times 2. It's like 2 nativities on the one night, and well, they're just following each other, kind of analysing where each of the other drivers is quicker. There's 3 white helmets there, so it's quite difficult to tell who's who, which is unfortunate for me, sat up here on the balcony of the main terrace. Fastest lap so far currently stands with the P3 driver of Calvin Pratt, the number 15 red car, who is coming around the final corner now, and he's being chased down by Patrick McKenna, or as he's known affectionately as McSenna, apparently, so I've been told by reliable sources, as we have a move into turn 1 with, I'm not sure who that is, I can only apologise once again, but they got the move done. The red overalls there through turn 1, and still just all the drivers following each other through the first sector and down through the hill, through the fast sweeping left-hander and down into the compression. It is very much a circuit of 2 different driving styles. There's a lot of slow speed corners in the first and last sector, and then the second sector is very fast, very sweeping corners. And well, I mean, you have to say it certainly provides a challenge for the drivers with this kind of a circuit. There's no one driver that can ever tend to dominate, as Connor Shanahan is just extending his lead ever so slightly. Calvin Pratt still has the fastest lap, as not a whole lot happening in this race, which is quite unfortunate given the amount of action we saw in the last race, if you were tuned into that. Now obviously, a bit of tyre squealing going down through turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, through 5 and 6, that quick chicane there at the top of the hill. Now there is an immensely close battle. I'm going to have to figure out who those drivers are. Let's have a count of the positions. So there's Connor Shanahan, there's 1, 2, 3, that's the podium positions, and P4, and coming round at the back of the straight we have P5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is the fringes of the top 10, whereas most of the competition is taking place. That's kind of the main battling points. Connor Shanahan kind of trying to push his kart out of the final corner, boosting his way forward. That's a strategy that you normally see off a standing start, and all the drivers slipstreaming each other into turn 1 as they follow through the final few corners. The last couple of drivers, there's 2 back markers. That's Ian Lavery and Michael Murphy, who are lagging down at the back, it would seem. And well, they're really not in the fight for any points in this race, not any substantial points anyways, but we are still just focusing on that midfield battle on the fringes of the top 10, sort of between maybe P6 and P10 is where most of the battling is going on. Look at Conor Shalahan, he has such a gap at the minute. Let's look at what the gap is officially. Give me a second, folks, and I will tell you. The gap is 2 seconds, over 2 seconds in fact, from Evan Stapleton in second to Conor Shalahan in first. And you can see when we cut to him that he does have quite the lead in fact. But well, I mean, he's managing this race fantastically well. As far as I know, he is a Red Bull Drift driver who competes in, I think, Irish and European Drift Masters. And well, you have to say that he's very good at drifting, and he's also very good at keeping a go-kart going in the right direction, not just driving one sideways, although he doesn't drive go-karts sideways, obviously, because that would just be, well, it would be incredibly challenging, because they don't have a whole lot of horsepower, these things, needless to say. About, as far as I know, roughly 15 to 20 horsepower these T4 karts have, which is plenty enough for some good, close, fair racing. And it's also enough to cater to the amateurs, and there's a black flag being waved. I'm not sure, does that mean disqualification, or does that mean that someone's just been given a penalty? I think it might be disqualification. We've seen a few black and white flags today, which is a penalty, internationally recognised as one at least. And the black flag, that's the first time I've seen it today. I wasn't expecting to see it in this class, certainly, but well, I mean, I haven't seen too much dirty driving, so I'm not sure what that one went down for. Maybe something behind the trees that I couldn't quite see. But anyways, they all follow each other through. Conor Shalahan still managing his lead fantastically well, and Patrick McSenna has also taken the fastest lap now away from Calvin Pratt, and he's going to be really chasing down the leader. He's cut the gap down by a few hundredths of a second. It's now just over 2 seconds from 2.1, and well, not a whole lot of action going on. There's just a lot of following to be had, really. And well, I mean, you have to say the racing is usually very close around here, but it doesn't provide an awful lot of overtaking opportunities. Unfortunately, there's also, however, very, very close racing, there's not a whole lot of opportunities to convert that into a pass, as we're seeing some audacious moves, not quite getting any overtakes done coming through the 5-6 chicane there, the midfield runners, but it was a move nonetheless. Certainly having a look up the inside. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's the 6 to 10 train, as I was saying earlier. And they're really having a good battle with each other, as Patrick McSenna has managed to take the gap down by 9/10 on that lap alone. He is really eating into Conor Shalahan's lead here, and that is going to be worrying Shalahan. Obviously, he's probably not able to see behind him, at least, because obviously the karts don't have mirrors, so maybe not feeling the pressure. But Patrick McKenna, or McSenna, is he's certainly going to be grinning inside of his helmet, thinking, you know, this could be a victory for me in the final. And well, that is going to be a very, very nice prospect for him in the championship standings. 12 laps in, 12 minutes in, and well, it's fairly close racing so far. As I take another swig of my water, the two leaders passing by. The last lap board is out. It is the last lap of the race here. Surely Patrick McKenna is not going to be able to get a move done on this last lap. He's just not close enough. The gap has been extended to just over a second from P1 to P2, and well, Evan Stapleton in third. He's fallen right the way back. He's 3.5 seconds behind the leader, and I think there might have been, oh no, never mind, I thought there was a spinner. It's just some karts revving up in the assembly area but I've lost where the leader is. The leader is coming round the bottom of the circuit now, up the hill, climbing up towards the final few corners. Surely there's not going to be a chance to pass for Patrick McKenna, and there's not. And as Connor Shanahan rounds the final corner, he will win the T4 final here in WhiteRiver Karting Centre. What a fantastic display from him, leading from turn 1. They say you don't win the race at turn 1, but Shanahan certainly did today. What a fantastic manoeuvre that was, round the outside of turn 1 and turn 2. That was absolutely remarkable from him. The checkered flag is waving for the final few runners who come across the line now, and that concludes this instalment of the T4. What is it called? I forget. I do apologise for that. But anyway, that concludes this instalment, this final of the T4 Championship. Very well done to Connor Shanahan, who took the win, and Patrick McKenna, who managed to set a fastest lap of 56 seconds flat. And well, that's a fantastic performance from him. I'll run you through the finishing order. It was Shanahan from Patrick McKenna, Evan Stapleton, Clayton Pratt, Chris Dermody, excuse me, and oh, hang on, I've got a notification on the phone here with my live timings. Chris Dermody, David O'Dowd, Roisin Sweeney, Donal Lockray in P8, Ryan Nally in P9, Eddie Byrne in P10, Adam Halnan in P11. P12 was Dean Power, who dropped down the order unfortunately. Ian Lavery finished in 13th with Michael Murphy in 14th. Calvin Pratt finished in 15th, disappointing result for him, and Colm Mullany finished in last place, which is an equally disappointing result for him. I do hope you enjoyed this race. It was fairly action-packed throughout, as we now have the Bambinos taking to the grid for their final. As was introduced at the start, my name has been Simon Byford. I am the commentator for the Tillotson Racing T4 Series. You can join us for our Tillotson T4 World Cup here between the 17th and the 19th of September, and I will be commentating that as well, once again here at the kart track in White River, excuse me. And it is set to be a fantastic affair of racing, much like today has been. But I do hope you've enjoyed that race. My name has been Simon Byford, and well, thank you all very much for watching.
And I'm back. So we've just had the Bambino final start. 2 karts off at turn 3. Looks like we have Danny Dempsey out in front. I'm not sure who's involved over there at turn 3. 2 karts stuck together. They're off each other now. It looks like one of them was the winner of the pre-final, Christian Kobe, I think. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? No, I think that's Christian Kobe. So we have Danny Dempsey in first, Ethan Dalton in second. No, I'm wrong. It's Ada O'Brien in second. It's Ethan Dalton in third. And then we've got half a lap gap back to Christian Kobe in fourth. But that, knowing Christian, that does not mean that he's out of this race. Very quick little driver, just like his sister. Youngest drivers on the grid here, ages 6 to 8. That's Alyssa Johnson. So Danny Dempsey still out in front. Ada O'Brien chasing him down. Oh, I think we have a spinner. I think Ethan Dalton's sent it round. And he has to get back up the hill. These karts don't exactly have a huge amount of power in them, so a spin out on an uphill section is going to be very, very time consuming. So we have Christian Kobe flying. Will he catch up? We will see. As he rounds the final corner onto the main straight. See the cadets getting ready for their final in front of us. Alyssa Johnson down the main straight now in front of me. So Danny Dempsey still in front, but not pulling away from Ada O'Brien, just behind him. See Ethan Dalton coming down the back straight as the leading karts come onto the main straight. Of course, Ethan had a spin, and Christian Kobe, who is absolutely on fire behind him, catching up at a serious rate of knots, is recovering from his second corner incident. Just missed the start of this race, so I didn't quite see what happened there. I'm going to keep an eye on Christian because I have a feeling that we haven't seen the last of him yet. We have an 8-lap final here for the Bambinos. Danny Dempsey of the Dempsey Racing fraternity still out in front. Don't know if we're going to see a repeat of his uncle's famous finish in Indianapolis in the Indy Lights. 3 cars across the finish line within 100 of a second. But we'll see how this race pans out, as Christian Kobe has got the job done on Ethan Dalton. So after that first second corner incident, Christian is back up into the podium positions. There's pretty much half of a lap between him and the next kart though, so, and not a huge amount of laps left, so I don't think he's going to make any more inroads than that. He likes to drive that thing sideways. Absolutely lit. Of course, Gary, his father, raced karts as well. But, back to the leader. Danny Dempsey's pulled a bit of a gap now on Ada O'Brien. Young Alyssa Johnston there, keeping on going after it was her and Christian that got involved in that tussle at turn 2 and 3. Christian there catching a bit of oversteer as Danny comes up to lap Alyssa. Of course, Alyssa's further back than she should be after that first corner, or second corner, I keep saying first corner, incident. So, Danny coming down through the back section of the circuit, coming up behind Alyssa now. He's probably going to catch her coming through the first or second corner. We're about to find out. As Christian is actually making some serious inroads here. I'm not 100% how many laps are left, but there's at least 2. I don't see anyone ready in any last lap boards. I could be wrong here. We could still see a battle for at least second position if things keep going as they are. Christian fully sideways the whole way through turn 2 and 3. He is absolutely on it. The last lap board's coming out now, so he is going to run out of time unless something major happens. But let's see, because Danny Dempsey is still stuck behind Alyssa Johnston coming onto the back straight. I thought he was going to get her between turn 1 and 2, but that ain't happened. And now Ada O'Brien is having a bit of a look-see. He's they're catching back up again. Christian comes down through the back straight. Nah, he's not going to have enough time, not unless something absolutely drastic happens. So Alyssa Johnston round the last corner. Will Danny Dempsey get past her on the straight? He will. Ada O'Brien caught right back up, and so was Christian. This could. One more lap and this will be very interesting, I think. Famous last words, but we're about to find out. Some very impressive driving by Christian, considering that he was half a lap behind at the start of this race. Danny, of course, is new to the sport as well. Christian has a bit more experience, I think. So up through the back section off the track, it's still Danny Dempsey out in front. Danny's coming down off the international section, and he's Christian Kobe fully sideways through the back corner. There's no way he lifted there. Wow. Anyway, so Danny Dempsey's rounding the final corner, comes up to the checkered flag. Danny Dempsey wins. Ada O'Brien second, and what a race this would have been with one more lap to go. That was some fantastic driving there by all the young drivers on the grid. Well done to everybody there. So next up, slightly less young, the cadets. This is going to be one of the big ones. It's going to be a good race. Trying to see who's going to finish it in first. So we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay, cadets. 8 to 12-year-old drivers in this one, and there is a lot of them. So, we've got Daniel Kelleher starting on pole, Chad Leman second, Luke Agnew third, Keith Grant fourth, Jack McLaughlin fifth, TJ Taft sixth, Tyg Buckley seventh, Evan Johnston eighth, Scott Riley ninth, Alex Butler 10th, Ben McLaughlin 11th, Jason Park 12th, Killian Fahy 13th, Nicholas Zardecki 14th, Ian Carey 15th, Kyle Quinn 16th, Aaron Murphy 17th, Sophie Campbell 18th, Oscar Miller 19th, Lily Rose Hughes 19th, Oscar Miller 20th, James Logan 21st, Robert McGreal 22nd, Riley Summers 23rd, Alex Riley 24th, Mark Fleming 25th, and Eric Gilsonen is in 26th position. So let's see how this goes. I know Eric. We have a spinner. So we've got Eric Gilson would be out of position if he is back down in 26th. So he'll be one to watch. Although I don't see him back there. But maybe he hasn't made it to the grid. So here we go. Daniel Kelleher is going to lead us away. Chad Leman second. Is it going to be that way when we get into turn one? The green flag is dropped. Let's go. Luke Agnew pushing Daniel Kelleher down the main straight. Kelleher goes into the first corner first, but Luke is looking up his inside. Jack McLaughlin up into the podium position in third. Looks like, is that Tyg Buckley? It is Tyg Buckley. That's some serious movement there. He's up into third. Tyg started in 7th position, so within 3 corners, he's up into the podium positions. And he's still there. We could have a bit of a battle on here. So Daniel Kelleher still out in front. Luke Agnew still second. Tyg Buckley third. Jack McLaughlin fourth. The two Brennan Tech drivers there. We then have Chad Leman in 5th. One of the Oren Henry racing drivers in 6th. Kart number 85. Kart number 85 is Scott Riley. And we have a kart pulling off. Must be mechanical. Daniel Kelleher still out in front as he was in the pre-final, but this time he has Luke Agnew for company, and Tyg Buckley looking to make up for lost time after he was sent down the grass for turn 1 on the pre-final. Had to fight his way back up through the grid, but here we go now. There's that damaged kart. I think that was Killian Fahy. Away they go. So Daniel Kelleher still leading. Tyg Buckley right on Luke Agnew now. Will he get it to move done into turn 1? No, he won't. So we're still going. Daniel Kelleher out in front. Tyg Buckley has the move done now. He got it done, I missed it, but he's ahead of Luke Agnew. So the question now is Luke going to stick with him, or is he going to make the break for it, and will we get a bit of a battle with Daniel Kelleher? Daniel's younger brother will be starting karting very soon, and just not quite old enough to get into the Bambinos this year in the National Championships. If he's anything like his brother, he's going to be very quick. Anyway, Daniel Kelleher still leading. Tyg Buckley up into second. Luke Agnew in third. We've got Scott Riley. Scott Riley in fourth. Jack McLaughlin in fifth. Chad Leman in sixth. I think that's Evan Johnston in 7th, followed by another one of the DMS karts. So kart number 1 of Daniel Kelleher still out in front. Tig Buckley isn't so far able to make the break to get past Luke, or to get Luke, to break away from Luke Agnew. So Chad Lemans looking up the inside of Jack McLaughlin into turn 1. Move done. Chad, a regular here at WhiteRiver to say the least. So we're still going with Daniel Kelleher out in front. I think this little battle between the drivers of Tig Buckley and Luke Agnew is slowing them down a bit. So he's stretching his legs a bit at front. And we've got Scott Riley now joining the party in the battle for second place. As Daniel Kelleher catches up to kart number 18 of Sophie Campbell, who had to take a run through the pits there earlier. She obeys blue flags, no problems there. Great driving by these drivers. Daniel having a controlled race out in front. 3 drivers nose to tail, battling for the rest of the podium positions. Still Tig Buckley out in front. His brother will be racing in the next one. His brother races in the Junior X30s again for the Brennan Tech team. Team ran by Noel Brennan. I hear Noel will be out in his supercart around Mondello Park in a few weeks' time. First supercart race in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland for a while, I believe. Oh, Daniel Kelleher around the outside of the lap cart. I don't even think they knew he was there. This battle, this 3-way battle for the podium positions, second and third, could easily become a 4-, 5-, or 6-way battle, as they're finding themselves being pushed back in towards the chasing pack. Great racing here all day. The skies have gotten a bit darker, but we're really hoping that we don't end up having some more rain. I don't want to get any more wet today. It's been dry while the racing was out. Oh, very close here on the main straight. 3 karts pushing each other. Let's see who's involved in that. Oh, contact coming down into turn 2. Luke Agnew back in front of Tig Buckley now. I want to see who these 3 drivers are that are battling it out. I can see Evan Johnson in there anyway. Who the other 2 are, I'm going to have to wait until they get back up to me. Daniel Kelleher still out in front. Luke Agnew and Tig Buckley nose to tail. Let's see the other drivers I was talking about. So 59, kart number 59 is Keith Grant. He's in a bit of a ding-dong battle there with kart number 22 of TJ Taft and Evan Johnson behind him. Luke Agnew and Tig Buckley nose to tail through the infield section at the start of the lap, out onto the swoop onto the international circuit. It's definitely Daniel Kelleher's one to lose, because he has half of the back straight of a lead. Daniel comes into the final section. Beautifully turned out kart. Nice helmet too. We're running with the Daily Motorsport team, DMS. Luke Agnew and Tig Buckley still on each other, and the three karts there, Keith Grant, TJ Taff and Evan Johnston, still nose to tail, with Jack McLaughlin sitting in front of them with a few kart lengths. That's an interesting battle for 7th position. Those three karts are battling over. We've got our biggest grid of the day getting ready for their final, the X30 juniors. The teenage drivers are down on the grid in front of us. So we've got Daniel Kelleher still out in front. 11 lap race this one. Luke Agnew still second. Ty Buckley still right on top of him. Still no last lap board being shown, so we must be at least 2 laps away from the end. Never mind, I must have missed the last lap, because here's the checkered flag. Daniel Kelleher has the finger in the air and he's won. Luke Agnew just about takes 2nd position, with Ty Buckley 3rd. Scott Riley 4th. Chad Leman 5th. And after that, I'm not quite so sure. I think it was Jack McLaughlin in 6th position. They've all started jumbling each other up on the way through the final lap anyway. So, as I said, the next one is the big one. Well, one of the big ones. It's the biggest grid anyway. It's the X30 Juniors. Great racing by everybody again. So, quick gap and we will be back with the X30 Junior final.
Hey folks, so we haven't left you. There's just a few more discussions going on with stewards over, I think, maybe incidents in previous races. So stay tuned. As soon as the engines start or look like they're about to be started, we will be back for the Junior X30s. This is our second last race of the day. Last race of the day being the Senior X30s. Anyway, back in a few minutes, hopefully, not too long.
Okay, start your engines. We're ready to go. So, the grid for this race. Wow, that is a lot of noise. So, the grid for this race. Jack Buckley first, Sean Hogan second, Michael Gray third, Andrea Daby fourth, Jack Dillon fifth, Alex O'Grady sixth, Colin Cronin seventh, Kyle Drury eighth, Carter Mooney ninth, Cody Keogh 10th, Dylan McDermott 11th, Emer Carey 12th, James Wood 13th, Conor Grant 14th, Danny O'Brien 15th, Dara McEnroe 16th, Ronan Hennessy 17th, Cian Crowley 18th, Shane Morris 19th, Ellen Donnelly 20th. We have Gavin O'Dwyer 21st, Ryan Dunn 22nd, Craig Holland 23rd, Holly Dunyan 24th, CJ Bennett 25th, Nadine Kavanagh 26th, Amir Burrell 27th, and Gemma Barrett in 28th. The karts are coming round after the back straight, and we have a spinner in the front group. That has to be a restart. Maybe it's not, because it looks like that driver has gotten all the way back up into position again. That was driver number 21, so that was Andrea Daby. Sorry, not for me. I'm terribly sorry about the pronunciation of this name now. Davia Andre. So go around, aborted start. There's more spinners there coming through the final few corners, so they'll go around again, one more lap, and we'll try again. I said, it's Jack Buckley starting on pole, Sean Hogan starting second, Michael Gray starting third. If you want to see the future of motorsport in Ireland, it's definitely on this grid. Okay, through the back straight again. Nice and smooth. Weaving to get the heat into the tyres. That is quite a sight. You gotta love the haze of the two-stroke and the smell of the two-stroke. And here comes the noise. Will we get a green flag this time? We're about to find out. Again, it just doesn't do it justice. These karts are screamers. They're only about a second a lap slower than the seniors. Looks like we're going to get a green flag. Are we going to get a green flag? We are. Away we go. What a start by Hogan. What a start by Hogan. Sean Hogan leads into the first corner. It's Jack Buckley in second. We've got a few karts out onto the grass, but everybody through, nobody backwards. Sean Hogan leads. Jack Buckley second. Michael Gray third. Kart number 23, I believe. Jack Dillon in fourth. Down the back straight, Sean Hogan has a bit of a gap. Jack Buckley in second, Michael Gray third. Still Jack Dillon fourth. Kart number 4, I believe that's a Cronin, is it? Kart number 4 is Colin Cronin in fifth. Followed by kart 52 and 10. 52 being Cody Keogh. Kart 10 being Carter Mooney. Sean Hogan still out in front. Jack Buckley still second. Michael Gray still third. Going to see if we can find a battle or two to watch here. Down the back straight. Sean Hogan has a bit of a gap. What a hell of a start from him. As you were in the top positions. Sean Hogan first and Jack Buckley second. Jack being the first off the rookie drivers. And we'll see try and make out who the first of the novice drivers is. Might be doing well on that one. Once again, Sean Hogan out in front. Have a few karts close enough in packs around the track, but nobody making any moves at the moment. I see Holly Dunyan there, one of the Formula female drivers, making a move coming onto the back straight. Looking up the inside of another kart. Who is that? I'll find out now. As she looks again, Holly Dunyan up the inside of kart 55, 56. See there, Kieran Crowley. It must be Kieran Crowley, yeah. And away she goes, so that's Holly. I'm not quite sure what position that was for, but she's got it. And as you were out the front still, Sean Hogan from Jack Buckley, who has Michael Gray right on his tail. 3 karts then behind them are having a bit of a battle as well. So we've got, I believe that's kart number 23 of Jack Dillon in 4th position, with Colin Cronin breathing down his neck, and kart number 52 of Cody Keogh also waiting to hence. So far so good in this one. Now Holly Dunyan throws it up the inside again, making some progress. That's kart number 58 she's passed, so Dylan McDermott. Holly Dunyan up past Dylan McDermott. And continuing on our way up through the fields. Oh, we have a crash. We have a crash. More of a tip than a crash. So not even a yellow flag needed there. All happened too quickly. I'll try to see who that was when they come back around. And Holly Dunyan is looking to move further up through the field here again. Let's see. Oh, we have a change of position. That's kart number 23 being overtaken by kart number 10. I believe that was Jack Dillon being overtaken by Carter Mooney. But I'll confirm that in a minute. Sean Hogan not really pulling away anymore now. The gap, if anything, the gap's maybe got a little bit smaller. We could be in for an interesting end to this one, but we'll soon find out. Michael Gray still right on the back of Jack McLaughlin, Colin Cronin. So yes, that was kart number 10. So that is Carter Mooney. Great name for a racer, or especially a karter. So Carter is not first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Carter is now up into 6th position, breathing down the neck of 5th position, which is kart number 52 of Cody Keogh. Look back out on the circuit, see if I can find anyone else that's making any more moves. Oh, big spinner. Nope, must have been contact, but stopped in the grass. That was some of the rookies, I think, or the novices. So, where is our our leaders have just crossed the start-finish line. So it's still Sean Hogan with about probably 10-20 kart lengths over Jack McLaughlin, with Michael Gray breathing down his neck, and looks like Carter Mooney is having a sniff around Colin's corner, trying to move further up. Who else do we have now? Holly Dunyan has continued her battle up through the field, but she's got a fairly long gap in front of her now, so probably be it for her for a while now. Bit of a battle there. That's Emer Carey with Kyle Drury, I think. Yeah, Emer Carey and Kyle Drury battling it out as well. Sean Hogan still out front, coming through some lapped traffic. This could be a chance for Michael Gray. No, lap traffic hasn't just worked in his favour there. Here we go again now, more lap traffic coming up in front of the leaders. This is always a scary moment for someone in the lead. You're the first person to catch up on the group. They don't know that you are there. Sort of wakes you up, ready for the next car to come past. So Jack Buckley still in front, but now he has two back markers in front of him. He's going around the outside of the first one, the inside of the second one. He's got the move done cleanly, and Michael Gray hasn't. He's got caught there, so this is a chance for Mr. Buckley to get a bit of a run. And we're still going. Again, this is another. This is a 13-lap race. This one, unlucky for some. See who we have. So still Sean Hogan from Jack Buckley and Michael Gray. Reasonable gap between those three drivers now. Some great racing all day today. I'm still calming down from that Rotax final. Trying to watch around the track. I see Nadine Kavanagh coming through the final corner. The last lap board is being ready. So here comes Sean Hogan to take the last lap board. Jack Buckley and Michael Gray. I couldn't tell you who's in fourth now because positions have just changed too many times. I really could do with a timing screen in front of me here. That would have been smart, but anyway, it's just a two-man operation today. Myself and my father, Trevor Foster. Okay, so here we have Sean Hogan coming into the last few corners, just behind Shane Morris, and Sean Hogan takes the win from Jack Buckley, Michael Gray, and I think that was car number 52, Cody Keogh in fourth position, Colin Cronin in fifth. Carter Mooney, I think, in sixth. All, of course, provisional, depending on bumper penalties or anything like that. So, next up is the Senior X30s. A few minutes and we'll be back.
Alright, it doesn't look like we're too far away from getting the go-ahead for this one. Sun is out here again. Nice to see. For anyone that hasn't been here before, the track here in WhiteRiver is sort of unlike anything else you're going to see, especially in Ireland anyway. We're built across a river valley. Big elevation changes, downhill into turn, uphill up the main straight, downhill into turn 2, back up the hill from turn 3 to 4, back downhill again then from 4, 5, 6, whole way down onto the international track, right down to the bottom, and back uphill again onto the back straight. It just follows the natural contours off the land here. I think most of your tracks you'll find will be built on flats, but the elevation change is something a bit different, especially for the quicker karts. Driving a gearbox kart around here, we don't have that class racing today, is an experience to say the least. Steering wheel trying to jump out of your hand as you're going down the roller coaster through the swoop, but anyway, I think hopefully getting going in the next minute or two here. Just finalising a change or two to the grid. I think we might have had 1 or 2 dropouts. I think Shane Crosby has dropped out of this one. It's a few more minutes. We'll go back on mute for a second, and we'll be back. Okay, they're about to get to start your engines, command, and away we go. Right, so senior X30s going out. I think there could be a novice cadet final after this one, but we'll just play that one by ear. We'll see how racing's going. It's coming up on 6 o'clock here. A few stoppages for stewards' inquiries and crashes and here and there and stuff. So it's a long one for us here, but not too long left now. Okay, so we have Shane Daly on pole for this one, Oran England second, Robert Cronin third, Michael Boland fourth, Richie Faulkner fifth, Sam McDonald sixth, Shane O'Leary seventh, Shane Crosby was due to be eighth but will not be taking his spot, Ben McDowell ninth, John Norris 10th, Adam Fitzgerald 11th, Paddy Walsh 12th, Cathal Boland 13th, Alex Colby 14th, TJ McDonald 15th after an absolute mare in the pre-final, Derek Wilson 16th, Matthew Boland 17th, Mark Dempsey 18th. So who's going to be the winner at the end of this one? Of course, this is the class that races for the national karting
title, the senior class. Whoever wins the championship of this is crowned Irish National Karting Champion. Who will be winning this race though? Green flag. Shane Daly looks to get a good start there, and he's through turn 1 first. Someone's out onto the grass, but backwards, and we have contact. I think I've seen Derek Wilson getting involved in that contact anyway, but everyone's still moving, everyone's still driving. So we had kart number, I can't see that, I think there's a 2 at the end of that. I think it could have been Ben McDowell, maybe. But that is, yeah, Derek Wilson involved in that, and looks like he's done. Same with kart number 74, Paddy Wald's involved in that too. But coming to the end of lap 1, we have Shane Daly in first. Kart number 7, Robert Crone in second. Trying to make out who that is. Well, that's a change for position in second. So that's one of the Oran Henry Racing drivers. Kart number 72. Kart number 72 is Oran England up into second. He started second, so he's dropped down and he's got back up. Shane Daly, as you were from the start, leading. Oran catching up on him through the back straight, down the hill towards the final complex of corners. Visibly catching under braking. There goes one of the Brennan Tech drivers. Is that Richie Faulkner? I think it was. Richie Faulkner up into third position. Probably the most experienced karter here, and one of the most experienced karters anywhere. Shane Daly still in front of Oran England, but has him for very close company now. As I said, Richie Faulkner up into third. Will he be able to make the break and continue his progress up through the field? Richie Faulkner started 5th. And I see the cadets lining up, so we will have a novice cadet final. So one more race to go here after this one. So senior X30 now. Shane O'Leary, sorry, not Shane O'Leary, Shane Daly still first. Oran England still second. Richie Faulkner still third. Robert Cronin still fourth. Another one of the DMS machines behind him. Try to make out who that is. That is... he's just got overtaken. Oh, bit of argy-bargy there in the middle of the track. Where the McDonald's have gone. Just trying to watch for them here now. So we have Daily Motorsport kart leading Oran Henry Racing, leading Brennan Tech. There's one of the McDonald's in the midfield. So we're looking at a 3-way battle now. Richie Faulkner in third, Oran England in second, and Shane Daly still leading, but it's getting very close. This could be a great way to finish the day. Some great racing today. They are absolutely flying. These karts get around our 1.2 kilometer circuit in a shade over 50 seconds when they're flat out in the dry. Oh, look at that, Oran England all over the back. Oh, and there's contact, little love tap. Shane Daly gets just a little love tap sent out wide, and Oran England up into first position. Don't know if he has to give that one back or not. Oran is leading on track anyway from Shane Daly and Richie Faulkner. 14 laps this one. Longest race of the day. Or in England still in front of this leading pack of 3 karts. Shane Daly second after starting first. Richie Faulkner third after starting fifth. That's Alex Colby up through the grid. Where did she come from? 14th. Well, that's impressive. Will Alex Colby join the party? Oh, Sam McDonald, I think, could be TJ. No, Sam McDonald threw it up the inside of Alex Colby there. So we have, we still have Oran England in front. We have Shane Daly second, Richie Faulkner third, Robert Cronin fourth, Sam McDonald fifth, and Alex Colby sixth. As you were at the front, still nose to tail though. If these leading drivers keep battling the way they are, they're going to end up pushing themselves back into their following group of 3. Or in England isn't shaking Shane at all. He's right on his tail, and so is Richie. We have both Colbys today doing some great recovery drives. Christian was fantastic in the Bambino final. So, still Oran England from Daly from Faulkner. Cronin from McDonald from Colby. Sam McDonald's looking up the inside and gets the move done up into 4th position. Hell of a driver, Sam, so this could be another one. Oh, and Alex Colby is up the inside as well, up into 5th. So about 4 corners and 2 positions lost by Robert Cronin there. Now, was he a bottleneck or not? Are they going to start catching up now? Let's see. So we have still Oran England, Shane Daly, Richie Faulkner, Sam McDonald, Alex Colby, Robert Cronin. Kart 51 off Shane O'Leary. Behind him, sorry. We have Michael Boland then and TJ. Yeah, TJ McDonald behind him. We keep going. Oran England through the back straight, no sign of a last lap board yet. Sam McDonald looks a bit closer this lap. Will he join the party before the end of the race? He very well might. Alex Colby being dragged along with him. Oran England through the midfield section. Out onto the international circuit, still in 1st position. Will Sam McDonald have enough time to catch back up onto that leading pack and make things even more interesting? I don't know if Sam is catching up anymore, but he's definitely not losing any ground to the 3 leaders. No sign of a last lap board. They're still going. as you were. Still, Sam looks a bit closer this lap. He's still not within touching distance. The three drivers in front have gotten used to each other, know where they're all going to make their moves, so to spice it up a little bit, it would be great if we could get the T-Sport driver to throw a cat amongst the pigeons. At the moment we have Oren Henry Racing, Kart leading Daily Motorsport, leading Brennan Tech, leading T-Sport. The top 4 teams, 4 drivers, 4 different types of karts. Oren England looks to have gotten an extra kart length or 2, and so does Sam McDonald. Things have tightened up a bit. Last lap board being shown, so is anyone going to try any mad moves towards the end of the race? We're about to find out. Any drivers trying to save their tyres for a last lap push? Richie Faulkner's looking very, very, very close to the back of Shane Daly. Still Oren Henry leading as we head out to the back of the circuit. Oren England leading in the Oren Henry racing kart, I should say. So into the last complex of corners, checker flag is being readied. So the winner in the top class today is Oren England. Of course, results are provisional. We'll see how things work out. Well done to all the drivers involved there. Thumbs up all round. And we have one race to go, novice cadet final. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Right, so last but not least, the cadet novice final. So these are some of the up and comers. We have Ben McLaughlin starting in first, Nicholas Sardecki in second, Alex Riley third, Sophie Campbell fourth, Riley Summers fifth, Lily Rose Hughes sixth, James Logan seventh, Aaron Murphy eighth, Oscar Miller ninth, and Robert McGreal starting in 10th. Just 5 laps, short and sweet. Okay, so looks like we're going to start your engines. Yeah. And we're ready to go for the final race of the day here at WhiteRiver Park. And away we go. So, we have a bit of a traffic jam. There we go. So we're probably gonna have to maybe do a go around for this, depending on the drivers at the front, what they do, because these are some of the less experienced drivers on the grid. They're getting their chance to start the race from pole. The cadet novices. Kart's catching back up. I see Sophie Campbell there at the back of the grid. She should be up in 4th position, so she's going to have to make her way back up past a few karts and get herself ready to go. Okay, back up onto the back straight. Karts are taking a fairly slow outlap, but we'll see how they get on when they get to the start of the race. Great days racing here at WhiteRiver. Kart number 73 off Ben McLaughlin out in front, and away we go. Green flag, race is green. So Ben McLaughlin gets a good start. Nicholas Sardecki ran the outside of the turn 1, can't make it stick, keeps going. 3rd place there, Alex Riley, brother of Scott Riley. 3 drivers out in front, 5 laps just this one, so it's going to be action-packed, we think. Nicholas Sardecki having a look up the inside of Ben McLaughlin, but he gets it a bit wrong, sends himself out wide going onto the international track, and that leaves the door open for Alex Riley to get up into 2nd position. So, still it is Ben McLaughlin out in front. Nicholas Sardecki obviously has been demoted to 3rd. Alex Riley 2nd. Nicholas has fallen further behind now, so who is that that's gotten past him?
It is kart number 42 and 37, so 42 being Riley Summers, 47 is... I must have got that wrong, it must not be 47 because I don't have one here on my list. So here we go, kart number 37. So kart number 37 was Aaron Murphy. Aaron Murphy just in front of Nicholas Sardecki. Nicholas going to have a try back, see if he can move himself back up the field. Ben McLaughlin holding in position out in front of Alex Riley. And Riley Summers in third position. Grid has spread out a bit now. There isn't too many battles going on the track other than Nicholas Sardecki trying to make his way past kart number 37 of Aaron Murphy. Looks like Alex has closed the gap a bit here. I think he has, so Ben McLaughlin getting caught by Alex Riley, but will he have enough time? Looks like he still has 3 laps to go. Okay, so still Ben McLaughlin out in front of Nicholas Sardecki in second. Sorry, not Nicholas Sardecki in second, Alex Riley in second. Ben McLaughlin in front, taking the last lap board in front of Alex Riley. And Riley Summers still holding third position in front of kart number 37 of Aaron Murphy. As we head into the last lap of the weekend. Ben McLaughlin heads out into the International for the last time. Crosses over the river, heads back uphill towards the back straight. And comes down into the final section of the track. Unless something mad happens, it's his to take. Checkered flag is being prepared. PJ Hoey been waving it all day. And it's the checkered flag for Ben McLaughlin. Well done, Ben. Well done, Alex. Well done, all the drivers. Riley Summers third. Nicholas Sardecki trying to get back past into fourth position, but just couldn't do it by the line. Some great driving there by everybody. Who was that came fourth? That was kart number 37 of Aaron Murphy. So that's it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the live stream today. I know that it's quite frustrating, parents, family members and all that, not being able to see kids racing, friends racing, but hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. We'll be back for, well, I'm not sure if I'll be back because our next event is the Tillotson World Finals. Can't wait for that one. Drivers from all over the world have qualified to come to a World Finals here at WhiteRiver Park. Absolutely mad, but that's the next one up here. That's the end of September, or the middle of September, and followed by our 24-hour race the next weekend. So that's it. I've been your host, your pundit, Guy Foster. I was Trevor Foster on Camerawork all day, and see you next time. I think I muted that for the whole